Fun fact. Did you know that Batman was the only character to have been in 2 Marvel vs. DC fights in a row? Yep. There is no Marvel vs. DC between Batman vs. Spider-Man and Batman vs. Captain America. So that's fun! Hello, you beautiful nerds of the world! Torok at your service, and welcome to another Death Battle reaction video! Finally, I get to talk about Death Battle again. I said I was going to make a top 8 of my favorite episode of the season so far. Unfortunately, a lot of things happened during vacation, and adding this to the fact that I'm a lazy fuck, that it just like kept cutting my energy to do it, and I just failed to do these videos. But that's okay, because this means I would have to make a top 16 of my favorite episodes of this season at the end of season 8. And also, Death Battle is back! How can it possibly go wrong? Well, by having Batman, that's for fucking sure! Batman versus Iron Man, two of the richest superheroes out there, and possibly the most dreaded matchup in all of Death Battle. Remember what I said during Lex Luthor versus Doctor Doom, that DC and Marvel characters were multiplying, especially DC versus Marvel fights, and that it kind of became a cliche that people were tired, becoming more and more tired of seeing them, and it gets even more frustrating when you see returning combatants like Lex and Luthor. Take everything I said during this episode, this reaction, and crank that shit up to 10, because now we're talking Batman, one of the most controversial character in the show. Not because he's a famous DC character, not because he won every Death Battle he's been in, it's pretty much almost the opposite, or that he won against a character that is like so beloved people would like go fucking crazy, you know, like a Ben 10 or Goku. No, he's controversial because he's been on the show 3 fucking time already. Even 4 if you take Batman Beyond into account. That is huge, even for Death Battle, because there has been other characters that have been in Death Battle 3 times, like Batman, Shadow, Deadpool, Wonder Woman. I would say Leonardo, but does it really count if it was planned for him to fight Zitz in the first place? I don't know, you tell me. But this is the first time a character gets to return a 4th time ever. And it's not helped by the fact that these last few years we've been blessed by a lot of episodes featuring Bat Friends. You know, Nightwing, Red Hood, Batgirl versus Spider-Gwen, which was just Batman versus Spider-Man, but sexist? Because, like, the whole thing you take away from this episode is like, oh, it's just Batman versus Spider-Man, but they're girls, the ladies rule the world, tip fedora and shit. So yeah, Batman has never really been synonym with originality in Death Battle. But despite being his 4th appearance in Death Battle, so we should know how Batman works, this time will be different, as it will feature Batman going all out with his gears. This means Armored Knight's armor, Hellbat, Justice Buster, and all the crazy tech he's used with the Justice League. Which is interesting because I've always seen Batman in 2 different interpretations. Alright? There's the Batman of Gotham, you know, your classic Batman with a Kevlar suit. He's the greatest detective ever, and he's like in Gotham fighting crime. He gets his back broken by Bane and stuff. And there's the Justice League Batman, where he's this crazy genius who knows more than Google ever will. He's out there dodging like Darkseid's Omega Beam. He knows like 3,000 ways to kill the Justice League and conquer the world within 24 hours. He sneaks up on Superman, he steals a lantern ring. Like, he's got all these crazy gadgets and armors for everything. It's gonna be this type of Batman. Because honestly, that's the only way he could keep up with Tony Stark, you know, whose main thing is all about how he builds these crazy suits that can like blow up Manhattan if he wants to. He has all these Hulkbuster and stuff. So yeah, I think in any other context, I would have been hyped for it. But it's Batman's 4th return. Even that, I like to be an optimist, okay? I like to see Death Battle on the bright side. I like to rationalize things, and I think I do a pretty good job at this. It's just I can't think of a way they thought this was a good idea to make Batman return a 4th time during the 10 years of Death Battle. I think in any other seasons, I would have laughed it off, you know, as I usually do. It could have been Season 7. Season 7, that would have been hilarious. But in Season 8, when it's the 10 year, when they want to celebrate Death Battle, I don't know why this would be a good idea to have this matchup. Like, honestly. But regardless, it's happening, so we have to talk about it. Not gonna lie, I've never really been into DC or Marvel comics. Whether it's like the comics, the cartoons, the movies, the MCU, the Dark Knight trilogy. I think I've seen like Batman Returns. I think my first real introduction to the DC universe was Injustice and DC Universe Online. And when it comes to Marvel, I can't remember when was the first time I've ever heard of Iron Man. I think I remember I know I've watched Iron Man 3. Which was pretty good, actually. It's a very underrated movie, but I can't remember the exact... Like, I think I've always been aware of Marvel, because, you know, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, X-Men, those are the things you're kind of aware that they exist when you're a kid. It's kind of like Pokemon, you know, when you're a kid, you have to know them to survive. School is hardcore, dude. As to who I think should win, people tend to still agree that Iron Man would win, which I 100% fall back on because he's got way more suits, therefore way more versatility, way more experience in, you know, blowing stuff up. So, I'm sure he would come up to a better power output. See, Batman's whole, like, good thing when he's in the Justice League is that he's just a mortal man, but he managed to beat enemies like that are 100 times stronger than him just by building the right tech and giving just as much a brain into it. And those are the things that rarely apply in Death Battle because in the rules they don't have any knowledge prior. I think I really need to see what gadgets they're gonna give to Batman. You know, what suits, what he can do, what they're gonna give him for this fight. I'll have a clearer. I think I'll have a better understanding of how this fight's gonna go. There's a bit of me that wishes Batman wins because poor guy, this is gonna be like his 3rd loss. He's won one time, he's died twice so far, so a surprise win to even things out, you know, could be cool. I don't know if it's possible. I think the best way to answer this question is to shut the fuck up and see how it goes, isn't it? Death Battle is back! Yes!
Batman, DC's vengeful crusader of the night.
Yes!
Iron Man, Marvel's genius billionaire playboy.
I've never seen this render.
These two mortal men have used their intellect and determination to take their place alongside gods.
Yup.
And being filthy, stinking rich sure doesn't hurt either.
Yeah.
Wave an boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
That's right, he's back.
Yep, he's fucking back.
Stalking the streets of Gotham City. I would make peace with whatever god you pray to, because they won't save you from the goddamn Batman.
But before he dressed like a giant rodent and employed little boys in booty shorts as meat shields, he was Bruce Wayne.
Wants to know why you said that name. Amanda Waller considers him a meta-human, one of the two smartest men on Earth.
That could only be filled by the never-ending quest for justice.
Why you say that name?
That night, Bruce Wayne died, and the Batman was born. He would devote his life to perfecting his body and mind to become more than human. He would transcend his own mortality into legend, a nightmare to haunt evildoers till the end of time.
Jesus Christ! I feel like Zoloft and therapy would work too, but okay, whatever works.
Yeah, if that ever happens to you, just seek help.
127 martial arts,
Don't try to be a
and
superhero.
assassination, and is a super genius with a photographic memory. He's the world's greatest detective, bar none.
Like how the League of Shadows needs to keep erasing Batman's memories because he keeps finding their secret bases. Or the time he found a dead body with no entry or exit wound and a 40-year-old bullet nearby, and somehow determined it must have been fired backwards in time.
What
Despite
sense
being a
does
master
that
marksman,
make?
Escape artist, forensic scientist, mechanical engineer,
You
and
should have shot the guy.
of
There
Batman's
should have been a
assets
hole at
above
least.
them all.
A scar.
Stacks! Bats has poured his billions into tactical armor.
Final
and gadgets
bat
for every
suit, just
conceivable
the Justice
situation.
Buster.
If there's one word
The
to
Hellbat.
describe Batman, it's prepared.
What's the
Made of
final
reinforced
bat
Kevlar
suit?
and titanium, his bat suit can resist
The
knives
sun
and
bus?
gunfire,
What is that?
and even protected him from this massive explosion.
Yep, I remember
Size
this
of
from
the
from
nation, Batman's
Batgirl
the epicenter,
versus
and the
Spider-Gwen.
surface area of his body, he must have withstood a blast of nearly 60 tons of TNT.
His
Okay.
cowl comes with night vision, infrared, and a radio, while his utility belt is chock full of smoke bombs, nerve toxins, a grappling hook, and batarangs, which he can control mid-air and set to explode.
Okay, so far
These
that's
tools
not
that
gonna
allowed
help.
Batman to wage his one-man war on crime.
But once he got over his angsty loner phase, he helped found the Justice League of America in order to bring his personal brand of Bat Justice to the entire world.
And Batman's knack for schemes and preparation skyrocketed to match, turning him into the Bat God we all know and meme. Like the time he developed a backup personality that would ensure he functions as Batman in case of a psychological attack that drove him mad. A
What?
backup human operating system.
Ah!
A computer, but it's his brain.
He even has
Wha-
plans tailored
what?
to his teammates' weaknesses should they ever go rogue. He's developed contingencies for everything, which is why Bats comes prepared with extra suits for any occasion.
Like his
Let me see.
Nightfall exosuit to battle Bane.
Oh,
or the
yes.
Justice Buster, which he obviously
Yes.
designed to combat the Justice League. He even got a final bat suit from his sixth dimensional self that can rewrite your mind.
What?
My favorite is his stylish zebra suit, which he
What?
wore after getting weird Magneto powers.
What?
Made his suit look like this for some reason. There's also the Rainbow Batman suit, the Suit of Sorrows, and of course, the Bat Nipples.
Ugh.
Chicks dig the Bat Nipples. All paid for with the Bat credit card. Never leave the cave without it.
But perhaps his greatest suit of armor, the one designed to put him on the same level of insane mind-bending power as his league teammates, is the
The Hellbat.
AKA the single coolest looking thing ever invented.
Forged
Yup.
by Superman in the heart of the sun, each
Really?
member of the Justice League contributed to this monstrous mech's abilities.
And
Oh.
boy, does it show. The Hellbat is absolutely hardcore.
Made of nanokinetic mesh, it can shapeshift around Batman's body and operates via telepathic link.
Shit.
Fly, turn invisible, and fire a bat-shaped chest laser. And by diverting all the suit's
Nice.
power into his fists, he can use the Devastator, a punch powered by Wonder Woman's strength. And she's
Damn.
strong enough to yank the friggin' Earth around. Though it does have a 95% chance of giving old Bats a heart attack.
Heh.
Which he has given himself to save all of Gotham City on at least one occasion. It's that level of insane
Damn.
drive that pushed him to use the Hellbat in his one-man invasion of Apocalypse in order to bring his son back to life.
You know, Apocalypse, home to the god of
To fucking Darkseid, yes?
Darkseid. Batman stared down the final boss of DC Comics and actually kicked his ass.
Damn!
Is incredible, considering Darkseid is a being strong enough to destroy entire universes and fast enough to fly to the edge of the universe in seconds. Since the DC universe is significantly larger than our own, that would be over 600 quintillion times the speed of light.
Oh
And
shit.
Darkseid Avatar even took a Shoryuken from Alan Scott, who was amped up from the energy of the multiverse. And Bats cleaned his block just as hard.
But this incalculable strength is drawn from Batman's own life force,
Yeah.
specifically his metabolism. Should any fight with the Hellbat go on too long, Batman may succumb to its hunger before finishing the fight himself, or absorb someone else's biomass for fuel. That
What?
works too.
So basically, you'd have to be
The
completely
fuck is
batshit
this?
insane to pilot this thing. And Bats,
Yeah, he's not.
yeah, sorry to break it to you, but the grown man that wears his underwear on the outside isn't all there.
Yeah,
Keeping with
he's
the
a bit
projections, though, he's completely
bit
aware
mad.
of this. That's why he does not kill. Because if he did, he understands that he can't trust himself to know when to stop.
Batman has outsmarted the nigh-omniscient
Joker,
Metron, defeated his dark
the god
counterpart,
of
the
knowledge.
Batman who laughs, and humiliated Superman.
Yeah,
in a
the
one-on-one
Batman who
fight.
laughs.
No, wait, that one's not canon. That one he technically had help. Yeah, that one.
Although many of his greatest
Oh, yes,
accomplishments
his
have been
kryptonite
made by his
gum.
exceptional prep work and foreknowledge, he's no stranger to being put on the spot, even in the face of Armageddon. Who else would kick
Shit.
the Spectre, the Angel of Wrath, God's divine
What?
judgment, in the face, and then tell him to get the hell out of his city?
The goddamn motherfucking
Bat-
Batman.
The goddamn fucking.
Arrive soon. Think I haven't planned for this?
Yes! Well, kind of a lame,
You would be forgiven for
outro for Batman, but
playing philanthropist Tony Stark.
Yeah,
shit, Batman is way crazier than I thought.
Tony's parents died
Okay,
when he was still young,
likes to roleplay as
Mind
Doctor
boggling
Strange.
brilliant
I
prodigy
didn't want to
inherited
know
a
that.
billion-dollar tech company.
First human being to wield the Infinity Gauntlet, even in the comics. Nice. But I really didn't want to know this one.
Selling devastating high-tech arms to the highest bidder.
And Tony got to see his handiwork firsthand when it literally blew up in his face.
Boom.
Tony never had much of a heart to begin with, but after that, he literally had even less. Unlike so many men of weaker spirit, though, Tony refused to give up. He was made of tougher stuff. He was made of iron.
So he built himself a robot suit to bust the hell out of there. And when he
Yeah.
got back to the good old US of A, he devoted his life to protecting the world from the kinds of weapons he helped make.
They didn't specify he was captured by terrorists, and that he has a. That thanks to the bomb, he has a heart
Wasn't
condition.
just a hobby for Tony, but an obsession. Over the course of his long career as a founding
I don't know,
member,
I feel like it's a
he has
part of his
constructed
backstory
dozens
that
of
should-
different models, which he can
that should
call
be,
together
like,
at once
explained.
a literal one-man army.
Most of his armors come with the same basic toolkit: super strength, massively hypersonic flight, and repulsor blast.
Repulsors
Yeah.
are extremely dense beams.
Why do you have green screens on your chest, Iron Man?
Similar to electrons.
Do you wanna get
Really
memed?
interesting. See, they're classified as leptons, which don't have any known substructures. Just sort of like
It's a laser.
You boring, Wiz.
fun out of it. His armors also
Don't try
come
to
with
make me
onboard
learn
AI,
stuff
like
about
Friday, which can
science
hack into enemy
and
technology
physics.
command his other suits to fight remotely,
It's not like
right down to
that's what got me into this show to begin with, and it's lagging.
His armors also come with onboard AI, like Friday, which can hack into enemy technology, command his other suits to fight remotely,
Tony
and
Stark has
operate down to the
numerous
picosecond. That's 1
Didn't have time
trillionth
to
of a
read.
second.
Even outdated armors are strong enough to blow up a chunk of rock as big as Manhattan. By taking a look at its speed, Tony's armor would have had to be hidden with an energy of nearly 300 teratons of TNT. That's 3 times stronger than the asteroid
Yeah,
that
that's
wiped out the
way more
dinosaurs.
than this.
Years spent defending the Earth has conditioned Tony to be prepared.
That's
for
way more
anything
than the blast,
imaginable.
the base
He has an armor
Batman.
for almost any occasion.
He's got an armor to bust Hulks, an armor to bust Thors, an armor that can turn intangible, a
God-buster.
super tiny armor that can mess with your insides, and an
Ew.
armor made of white sticky alien goo.
Yeah.
Definitely not legal in all
and
50 states.
the Endosim armor.
In order to remain as flexible as possible, though, his standard go-to is the Model Prime. It has all the classic Iron Man staples and has even incorporated size changing for extra strength, an invisible stealth mode,
And a badass lightning samurai sword? Say
Yeah.
what you want about the smug son of a bitch, but he's definitely got style. And crippling alcoholism. But look who's talking.
It was more than likely that same devil-may-care attitude that led to Tony revealing his secret identity to the world, which I guess had no consequences.
Look, Wiz, when you build a space laser strong enough to wipe out alien fleets in one shot, I don't think the Mandarin is going to interrupt your shawarma lunch date.
Yeah.
That space laser is a Dyson sphere, a speculative superstructure that
Wait,
is
what?
meant to encircle an entire star and harness its energy.
What?
Something only possible by a theoretical Type 2 civilization on the Kardashev scale.
It's
What?
basically when you're galaxy-brained enough to draw power from the entire solar system.
I know it's comics, but the fact that Tony just has one of these lying around is insane. Known as
Yeah.
Soul's Hammer, Tony's incomplete sphere is strong enough to destroy a planet at only a 2% charge.
What?
Didn't you work on one of those? I remember you talking about how it'd solve your student loan problems once and for all.
On behalf of the families of several planets that no longer exist, I'm not legally at liberty to discuss that.
Years of protecting the world from aliens, gods, and even his friends. All of that stuff wore Tony down and turned him into the one thing he promised himself he would never become. A narc.
Siding with the US government's enforcement of the Superhuman Registration Act led to a literal civil war between superheroes. It wouldn't be his last.
Though it did prove he could hang with the best of them. He's beaten Captain America in hand-to-hand combat,
Shattered the
survived
Phoenix
blows
Force.
from Thor, and even took down the World Breaker.
Created a clone
He
of
even
Thor?
matched Magneto. Magneto, the
What?
guy that controls metal, the thing that surrounds Tony's entire body, by
Yeah?
amplifying his power with Jupiter's magnetic field.
And then Max punched him with the power of the sun, and it was like, no big deal. There really doesn't seem to be a limit to how insane Tony's tech gets. In the movies, this is the same guy that figured out time travel just sitting around one evening.
Yeah.
In the time it takes me to down a beer, Tony's already shattered the laws of physics. Yeah, sure.
What?
Go to the Middle Ages and play nights with Dr. Doom, you scamp.
Perhaps his greatest invention of all, however, was the E-scape, an entire virtual universe where the only limit is his imagination.
And because
Huh?
Tony's nothing if not predictable, he made an armor out of it. That's right, he made an armor out of a universe.
This
What?
virtual armor is composed of solid holograms that can form any weapon Tony can think of. But
He's a
even
Green
it
Lantern!
doesn't compare to the armor Tony created inside the E-scape, the God-buster.
It's literally Iron Man going Super Saiyan. The God-buster was so powerful, it destroyed the entire E-scape in a single blast, along with the AI controlling all of it.
An earlier iteration
What
of
the
the
fuck?
God-buster was able to stand up to Celestials, cosmic gods that can warp reality, like Galactus, Odin, and Franklin, who can threaten the multiverse with their power.
So it lives up to the friggin' name,
Franklin?
in case you were wondering. But it isn't that kind of power that
I find
makes Tony
Franklin
special.
hard to
After
believe.
a life spent wallowing in vice and pleasure, Tony rebuilt himself into a man he could be proud of. Someone who could sacrifice everything to save the world.
I suppose underneath it all, that man of iron had a heart of gold.
You want my property? You can't have it. But I did you a big favor. I have successfully privatized world peace.
All right, the combatants
That's our
are set.
set.
We've run the data
For all possibilities.
It's
Time for a death battle! Pause. For two reasons. First, I want the video to charge a bit, to load a bit, because I have some connection trouble. But let's talk about what happened real quick. What the fuck? These two. Holy shit. Okay, so Iron Man literally has a suit made out of a universe. That's great. Hellbat can literally wreck the shit out of Darkseid, who can blow up universes. But I guess it would give Batman some heart problem. Then again, Iron Man has some heart problem too. Holy shit! I'm trying to process what the fuck just happened. Okay, Batman is way crazier than I thought. He has a third, like a second personality that is himself in case he got brainwashed. Huh? What the fuck? I guess Iron Man pushes it a bit further though, because of the God Killer. The God Killer seems to be. The God Killer seems to be a bit more, because like we're talking like multiverse reality bending shit, and Iron Man could keep up with that. But then again, the Hellbats. Then again, the Hellbats was wasn't it like, wasn't there a deal with multiverse too? Holy shit. Holy shit. And I have to make a decision in all of this? I feel like Iron Man would have the versatility, while Batman has the speed. I'm pretty sure Batman has the speed. Alright? I want to go with Bats, but I still have a feeling that Iron Man might take this one. You know what? I'm gonna just go with my guts. I'm gonna go Iron Man, because it goes on so much shit. Like it went on a level I didn't even expect, and I was expecting Iron Man to be crazy. It's gonna be Iron Man for me. All right. Please say that I'm right. All right. 3, 2, 1, click, fight. The same music as in the same J-pop as in Black Panther.
Hey, Bats! Now, I can respect a man with a healthy sense of paranoia and billions to spare.
Yeah.
But Steve and Nat are really up my ass about this. Take the Watchtower offline now. Bruce.
Oh.
You don't want this fight, Tony. It'll be the biggest mistake
they know
of your
their
life.
identities. But he's gonna get blow up. Ooh!
Clark, do you read me? The Watchtower is being attacked.
Seriously, Bats? I figured out hacking in the 2nd grade. How do you think I got in here? Aside from...
Ooh, that song though!
Really, Bruce? This stick? I thought we were grown-ups here.
And this is where the fight begins!
You are.
Fight! Ooh! Ooh, ooh, ooh!
Friday, I need Soul's Hammer online pronto. Match my coordinates. I'll try to...
Uh-oh. Ooh! He just wrecked the shit out of him. He's gonna have to explain this to Superman. Ooh! Ooh! Oh, that was cool.
Expect. I am Batman.
Ooh!
And
I'm an Iron Man.
man.
Yes! The
Got
God
for
Killer.
everything, Bats, including busting wannabe gods like you.
Oh! Oh, that's cool! Yes, War Machine! Ooh! Oh my god! Ooh!
Bust this.
Ooh! Bust this! Laser! Ooh! Yes! That's so cool! Oh, uh-oh. Ooh! Bleeding edge! Or
Let's
it's...
divert some power to hacking that suit. Like I said, second grade. Friday, fire the hammer!
Oh shit! Oh shit! He's got the sun thing! Ooh. That's gotta hurt. Batman! Oh shit!
No more armors, Tony. Just you and me. Man to man.
Probably not.
Well, man to genius billionaire playboy.
Ooh! Yeah, it's not gonna compare to...
Maybe just one more.
Yes! Oh no. No,
Model
no.
58, the nano armor. Snuck it into your body back on the watchtower. Friday, initiate self-destruct.
Oh no. Oh! Oh!
Friday, I could really use a drink.
It's not over? Is it over? It's not over. It's over! Oh my god, thank you!
Come on! You know if they fought naked, Batman would have beat the shit out of him.
While Batman is a character defined by his tenacity, preparedness, and utter genius, so is Tony Stark. So
Yeah.
neither could rely on that skill set alone to pull them through.
And it shouldn't come as a surprise. Batman's standard batsuit couldn't quite hold up to the firepower of even the most basic Iron Man armors.
Yeah.
The batsuit is surprisingly tough, sure, but it isn't taking hits from a dude that can punch apart Manhattan.
Yeah.
And despite Bats having a ton of nifty gadgets, Iron Man's armors were way more varied and powerful.
Okay,
With
I
so
got
many
that right.
unique and often alien abilities, there was no way Bats could predict all of them.
With time, he could certainly figure out a plan of attack, but since Tony is just as much a genius schemer as Batman, he could do the same.
There are lots of cases where he would have won, especially with
Just
his
his
ace in the
buster
hole,
was
the
specifically
Hellbat.
designed to face the
Hellbat's
Justice
raw
League. Many of
power
its
and speed
armament would
absolutely
be
dwarfed
ineffective
the
against
majority
most
of
Iron Man
Man's
armor.
arsenal, and could have killed him
Yeah, I
immediately
figured
were it
that.
not for Tony's own trump cards.
Like the God-buster, which was definitely
Yeah.
strong enough to contend with it. The Hellbat could take on Darkseid, but a weaker version of the God-buster could hold its own against Celestials.
Darkseid was a being capable of threatening the multiverse with his power and moving many times faster than light, but the Celestials were capable of the same.
With an armor
Oh.
that strong, Tony could buy himself enough time to break out all his other tricks, like sneaking nano armors into Batman's body, phasing through him with ghost tech, draining the Hellbat's power, or just hacking his suit and shutting it off.
And with an army of armors at his beck and call, Tony could certainly hold Batman off long enough to employ those strategies. Hell, since he can control them remotely, he technically didn't even need to be there and put himself in harm's way.
And remember, the Hellbat used Batman's own life force as a battery. He needed to end the fight quick,
Yeah.
or else his own armor would kill him first. With Tony throwing an army at him, he didn't have a good way of doing that. Tony just had way too much shit to throw at Batman, while Batman didn't have the time or options he needed to keep up.
Batman may have been a god among men, but Iron Man's wealth of gadgets, insanely powerful tech, and greater mechanical experience allowed him to crush the Caped Crusader.
You might think it's an injustice that Batman's gonna need avenging, but Iron Man was in a whole nother league.
Nice.
Is Iron Man.
Yes, I gotta win. Pause. Before we reveal the fight, I want to talk about the battle before we move on to the next episode. Woo! I gotta I won by chance, not gonna lie. Whew. I have good guts, you know. I should have listened to them when I talked Heihachi versus Geese, and now I'm listening to them now, and it's paying off. Woo! That was cool. That was cool as fuck. Like the scenery of like all the bats and all the Iron Man armor, like they're swinging around. This was so cool. I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't see the Justice Buster, because I like some bulky armor actions, you know. But like they said in the conclusion, the Justice armor wasn't going to do anything. Maybe we could have seen a bit more bat costume. But I think the Hellbat was really the only one he needed. So it's the only one he needed. So whew. This fight took the fight on a level I didn't even expect. Like, damn. Okay, that's for this second half of Death Battle. That's a good start. Okay, it was good. All right, is it still recording? Everything's still recording. We're gonna move to the next episode in 3, 2, 1, click.
Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed that episode.
Oh, I
If you're
did.
looking for something else to watch, we just released a brand new show.
Okay,
called
next time on
Last
Death
Laugh
Battle.
Rooster Teeth. It's all about people trying to make each other laugh and everybody trying not to. Check it out by clicking the box below me. Thanks.
Next time. What? Oh! 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 Goku Black versus Reverse Flash? Damn it! Another DC character! Another DC character! A DC character! Right after another DC character! Just like I depicted! Or like, just like how I explained in Lex versus Doom, we tend to have too much. This happens way too much when we have like a DC or a Marvel character fighting like the rival, you know, DC or Marvel. There's a DC versus Marvel, and right the next there's a character of the same comic books. But wait! Didn't they say they were stopping Dragon Ball versus DC? Holy shit! In itself, this is some twist. Like, it's interesting in itself. It's like, okay, the hype. I know it's been quite the matchup for a while, because, like, you know, they're like complete opposite of a hero, and they're like so evil and stuff, but it's still DC again. I'm sorry. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I know people wanted I know this matchup was requested by a bunch of people. It was requested by a lot of people. It's hype. I just find it funny because, like, we just had Batman. You'd think like we'd had a. You'd think we just had Batman. You'd think we would have enough DC, you know. And bam! Right behind the neck, you have another fuck you. my god! Sorry, I can't stop laughing. Oh my god. I can't stop laughing. Anyway, sorry. I'm gonna end the video here. That was an awesome battle. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this reaction and you want to see more, please subscribe, hit the bell, share this to all your friends, your family, your foe. You know YouTube. I'm not gonna insult your intelligence. This was Torok at your service, and I'm just gonna go back to more laughing. I can't even. We're not done. This is not over. Sorry, this is way too funny. I'm gonna stop. Stop, please. Ooh, completely forgot. If you like this nice little thumbnail that I made for Batman vs. Iron Man, you can check them on my DeviantArt, and you can also watch me Wednesday, where I'll be drawing the next thumbnail for Goku Black vs. Reverse Flash. It will be drawn live, and maybe I'll repost a speed draw of it, but it's not sure. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and hope you have a great day.